Good morning, everybody, from Isla Mirada, Florida. Today, we are going to be going to Exotics at Dania Pointe, I don't know how to pronounce it, for this insane car show. It's held once a year, and the turnout, at least from what I've seen on my friends' stories, is going to be pretty epic. So I'm in Isla Mirada because I was here for my stepsister's wedding. We had the wedding at this Airbnb that we rented out. It is absolutely massive, and this backyard is absolutely beautiful. We had like the tent here. There's a pool. It's 3 stories, not including the rooftop deck. And then you got a sick view out of the bay. We're west facing, and the sunset last night was absolutely spectacular. Okay, well, enough talking here. I've got a 2-hour drive. Let's head to Fort Lauderdale. By the way, I wanted to apologize for constantly wearing sunglasses throughout this video because I'm not trying to be a douchebag. Number 1, it's really sunny in Florida. And number 2, I've got pink eye, so I want to save you guys the horrible sight of that. But let's get going. All right, so we made it to the car show. Looks like it's pretty good turnout. I'll have to look into further detail. But one thing I wanted to mention was when I was getting Starbucks, I actually ran into Jeb Brooks and DennisBunnik Travels, which I was not expecting at all. I shouted out, I think, Jeb Brooks in my Singapore Airlines video. And so it was just really cool to finally meet YouTubers that you watch all the time in person, and they all were exactly how they were in their videos. They're really, really nice, and if you do ever happen to meet them in person, I definitely recommend trying to say hi because it was really cool to finally meet them. Okay, so here is the show. This is where I parked, and this is like, I'm gonna call it the warm-up lawn because it only gets better from here. So I got a cool row of cars like Vantage, CTSV Wagon, E450, Mini Cooper, RS5, Sportback, F-Type SVR, C63, C8, R8, Carrera T, Corvette. I don't know if that's a 240 or I'm not good with JDM cars. Supra, M3. Oh yeah, that is an M3. I think that's an E30 3 Series. TRX, NSX. That one is mint, and I think it's all original. I will not know every car that's here, so I do apologize. And if you don't like that, then just dislike or unsubscribe now. F-Type. I think these have aged incredibly well. Bunch of AC Cobra kit cars. I don't think any of these are original. Ford Pista. And there's quite a bit of people over here. I have no idea what this is, but it's really cool. Over here, Huracan Technica. I think this is Rosso Mars. And a bunch of AC Cobra kit cars. Got a robot dancing over there. We'll head down here in a second. Huracan Evo, Diablo, Urus, more AC Cobras. I think this is a Huracan Evo as well. Then we got a bunch of race cars, and then we'll get to here in a second. But over here, let me just shimmy through here. Got an F8. This is a very nice spec on this F8. Urus S, I believe, or a Performante. I honestly don't know. I think it's a Performante. M4. We got a Huracan STO, Huracan race car, Aston Martin Vantage AMR, DBX, 488 Challenge. This is beautiful. I don't know if this is a 964 or a 930, but I think it's a 964. And we got a Corvette ZR1. These things are absolutely insane. Then we got a Pista. I believe this is... That sounded pretty good. This is a Pista Pelote edition, normal Pista, and then a Ferrari Portofino. There's so many cars here that it's going to be difficult to cover everything in detail, but over here, Huracan race car. There's a GT4 RS, 812 GTS, Turbo S, GT3 Touring. There's a McLaren Senna over here. This Senna is quite similar to the Senna I saw in London not too long ago. What else we got? An F8 Spider, GT3 RS, 991.2, and a 488 GTB, G63, Lamborghini Urus, and then an S580, I believe, all blacked out. I haven't even been to this section yet. R35 GTR, Audi RS6 with interesting livery on that. A pink Brabus G63, Audi R8, NSX. I'm gonna get roasted in the comment section, but I have no clue what that is. Absolutely no clue. Oh, I think it could be a Ford Escort Cosworth. Is this a 190? Yep, it is. And then Evora GT. I have a soft spot for the Evora. I've never seen a wide body Evora, but I kind of like it actually. Camaro SS, the Huracan Spider over there, Defender, 488 Spider, F8, the new SL, Bentley Continental, R8 Spider. What's back there? Looks like another Huracan, that's Performante, G63. All right, let's move over here. Okay, so there's quite a bit of Lamborghinis here. STO, always have a soft spot for one of those things. We're gonna walk back over here and then we'll walk this way. We have another STO, Lamborghini Urus, Huracan Performante Spider, beautiful balloon white Huracan Evo rear wheel. Oh no, it's not an Evo, it's just a Huracan LP580-2, Huracan Spider, two Diablos, Aventador, 570S, 12C, another 12C, facelift R8. This looks like it's a 765 LT, 720S. Then we have what looks like a 600 LT, another 720S, another 765 McLaren GT, 720S, Performante, Huracan Technica. That sounds good. And we have a Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, not a Spider, I was gonna say Spider, 720S convertible, Aventador SV Coupe, SV Roadster, SV Coupe, Urus, Huracan Spider, Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster. This thing is straight piped. It is insanely loud. It will hurt your ears big time, and it sounds amazing.
Oh my God! It really hurts your ears.
570S, 600 LT, 12C, 720S, 570S, Huracan Technica, Huracan SVJ, not Huracan, Aventador SVJ. Then we got another Aventador SVJ. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my God. Holy shit. Dude, that thing actually like sends shivers down your spine. It is so loud. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Well, sounds amazing, and the spec on this is insane with this beautiful matte red with white accents on the interior. This looks like it's a Huracan Evo in one of my favorite colors. With white accents. That sounds like that's a Senna. 488, 720S, another Huracan Technica. But this is where we're starting to get into hypercar territory. We got a Koenigsegg Regera. This is my first time ever seeing one of these things. Quite a unique car with the 1-gear gearbox or 2-gear gearbox. And the rear end has a little bit of a quirk to it. And that is that this is not an exhaust pipe. Those two vents in the diffuser are actually the exhaust pipes. Absolutely stunning car, and it's so low in person. All right, there's quite a bit of people. Let's see what else we got. Okay, well, there's a lot of people here, but we have a McLaren Senna, Bugatti Chiron, 2 McLaren P1s. That P1 has an exhaust on it. It is insanely loud. We got a Bugatti Veyron, Lexus LFA. We have a Koenigsegg CCX with its engine open, and that is a work of art. Amazing. And look at the titanium exhaust. All right, well, there's a lot of people over there. Let's move on. By the way, doesn't the P1 look so low in race mode? It looks amazing. Okay, so we got the Chiron, the Veyron. Always had a soft spot for these. One of the, arguably the best sounding cars of all time. And then over here we have a absolutely beautiful red 812 Competizione. It's almost like Coca-Cola color. Then we got a Monza SP1, a Daytona SP3. This thing in person is beautiful, especially the rear end of it. Let me see if I can get through here. Oh, look who it is. Is that Sean? What's up? You might recognize this guy from some of my last 2 videos. What's up, Benji? He was driving in the car rally last year, which we're going to do again this year. But this time, instead of doing your grandfather had the C8 Corvette, but now he's got the Z06. And that's going to be amazing. So we got a Daytona SP3 over here. This thing is a work of art, and I love the rear end lines. These kind of remind me of the Testarossa, kind of like an 80s vibe. And then we have an F12 TDF. These things are insane. 812 Competizione. I actually want to ask you guys a question. Would you rather take an F12 TDF or an 812 Competizione? For me, I'm taking the F12. I think it's just a better looking car overall, but I love this thing. This is one of my favorite big Ferraris, like the big 5, is the 458 Speciale. To me, this is like peak V8 Ferrari. When they switched to twin turbos, yeah, it's faster and it's a great engine, but just the sound just doesn't do it for me. And sound for me is such an important thing in a car. And then over here we got a 992 GT3 RS in a 6-spec, and these things are insane. I mean, the wing on this thing is so tall, it looks like a cup car. It's got a roll cage in the back. And then over here we got a Pagani Huayra BC Roadster. Paganis always are amazing with their attention to detail. I mean, look at the carbon fiber on this thing. And there's a lot of labor involved with this. So Pagani wants to make sure that every single carbon fiber weave aligns with each other. So if you look between this panel and this panel, the carbon fiber weave is perfectly in line with each other. And that takes a lot of time and it's quite expensive. But you got some hues of navy blue carbon and regular carbon fiber with a gorgeous white with beautiful blue details. I mean, Pagani, when it comes to attention to detail, Pagani just comes out on top for me. And it has a roof scoop. And that with the roof down, that's just the dream right there. Okay, moving on from the Pagani, we have a black Ferrari Enzo. You don't really see these in black too often. It looks amazing. This thing has aged really well. I think when it came out, people didn't really like how it looks. It's definitely very different, eye-catching, but I absolutely love this thing. They sound amazing. And yeah, it's gorgeous. And then we have a Ford GT and another Ford GT, another Ford GT, and then there's the orange Koenigsegg over there. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. Got a McLaren Senna, Cullinan Brabus. I think that might be a 4x4 Spread. I'm not sure, to be honest. We have an Aventador S Roadster. And then over here we have a DeLorean. This looks like this is a little bit more of the classic cars, so pretty much I don't know anything about these things, but they're pretty cool nonetheless. Looks like it's not as crowded over here. Lancia. Looks like it's based on a Mazda MX-5. Land Cruiser. R8. I don't know what these cars are, but we have an i8 over there. Original Dodge Viper. And then it looks like we got some rally cars over here. Ooh, Peugeot. Weird to see those in the US. Looks like it's a bunch of old rally cars. These are in mint condition. And we got this absolutely stunning Alfa Romeo. Oh, and there's a Pagani back here as well. This looks like it is. It's either the Tempesta pack or it's got, oh, it's a YRBC Tempesta. Wow. And this one, you get to see the engine, which is as beautiful as the interior is. Stunning. I mean, look at the flake paint on the suspension. And then you can get a good look at the interior on this one. A lot of black details inside. Unbelievable. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a work of art, truly. Okay, so we're walking this way now. There's not many cars over here. OG Boxster. Okay, I hope YouTube does not copyright me with the music, but I'll catch you guys when we're back in the center. Okay, we're back in the center now. Let's head on down this way. So we have a Carrera GT. Absolute legend of a car. I don't know. What do you guys feel about these? I'm not a big fan of multi-piece wheels, especially on the Carrera GT, but that's more personal preference than anything else. We have a 992 GT3, 812 GTS, GT4 RS, another 812 GTS, 812 Superfast, another GT3, 996, I think this is a turbo, looks like, and a 991.2 GT3 RS. And then we have a 992 GT3 in shark blue, which is probably one of my favorite colors on Porsches. GT3 RS 991.1, 991.2 Turbo S, GT3 RS 991.2 GT3. Oh God, I've seen this thing. I don't know what it is. It's a 911 Cabriolet 935 Tribute. Look at that. That's insane. Wow. We also have a 992 GT3. Turbo S. Boxster Spider. 911 Carrera S, or I don't know if it's an SGTS or it's a regular Carrera. I have another Shark Blue 992 GT3 Boxster Spider. This I think is this Sean's car? It is. So I made a video with his car, 2 videos with my friend Sean's car. I'll link them in the description and have some cards pull up if you want to check those out as well. But he highly spec'd this thing, and it has the aero kit on it, which I don't think Porsche offers anymore. And some people don't like that because it kind of makes it look like a baby GT3, but personally, I love it. I think it looks amazing. And we have 718 Cayman, GT4, GT3 RS, another aero kit 911, 997, Another GT3. That looks like that's a Carrera Turbo S. Another Turbo S back there. This looks like it's a 991.2 Carrera GTS possibly. Targa GTS possibly. A beautiful yellow Turbo S. This is a gorgeous color. Turbo S, and this looks like it's a 993. And back here there's a Macan, and I think that's about it. Over there we have a F430 Spider. Don't know what Ferrari that is, to be honest with you. This is a 550. Now, some people don't know the difference between the 550 and the 575. The 550 has the smiley face in the front like this, and the 575 is more of just a rectangular grille. And then we have an STO and a Shelby. Is this a GT500? I think it is. We have that's a 488 piece. It's an F8. And another Ford GT. Satin black wide body Urus, another F8, God, there are people everywhere. We also have an 812 super fast, and this I believe is the Stradman's old 458 Liberty Walk Spider. Could be wrong, but I think it is. It's quite an out there spec. I think it works. Ferrari probably hates it. They'll probably be sending that owner a cease and desist letter knowing them. F8 Spider, 488 GTB, SF9. This spec on this SF90 though, oh my gosh. Look at that interior combo with the bucket seats. The Nardo gray exterior, another SF90, white with red interior. Another SF90. Question, do you guys prefer the SF90 or the 296? I'd take a 296 personally. I think it's a better looking car, but what do you all think? It's crazy though that a hypercar Ferrari that costs over $1 million has almost 1,000 horsepower. It's insane. We got two F8s, one F8 Spider, one F8 Coupe. No, not F8, 488. Oh, people just roast me in the comments for getting my Ferraris wrong. Another F8 Spider, 488 Spider. Looks like it's a 488 Spider. And then we have a 296 GTB. I love the Daytona inserts on those seats. And then here's the rear of it. I quite like the rear a lot. Then we have an F430. And I pointed out these Ferraris already, so I think we got one more row to go to show you, and I'll see you guys when we get over there. Okay, we are back in the center again. Let's now head over here. Actually, this is the row I walked down to get in here, but I didn't want to film it. I wanted to see all the cars first before I started filming. What do we got? Beautiful 911 Turbo S, 992, 918 Spider. It's kind of just chilling in here. I feel like it deserves to be over there. So of the three, P1, the 918, and the LaFerrari, which one would you take? I'm a P1 person, but I love all of them. The 918 is such a cool car. And the Visoc pack, these wheels were a $32,000 option. It's insane. We also have a Brabus G63, two Ford GTs, plus looks like a F8 wide body R34 GTR. So we got three of them. Out of all the GDM cars, I think the R34 and the NSX are probably my two favorites. MC20, I have no clue what that is. Could be a 240. I have no idea, to be honest with you. We also have another 296. This is a beautiful blue. And 488 Pista, 488 Spider, Aventador SV Roadster, another McLaren Senna. There's quite a few Sennas here. We have a 992 GT3 Touring, 458 Spider. Whoa, that's quite the color combination. Never seen that before. 458 Speciale, 992 GT3 Touring, and then we got over here a Viper, another MC20. Vantage AMG GT Black Series. Love this thing. Looks like they need to have that tint reinstalled. We got a Supra DBX 707 AMG GT. What else do we got? GT3 RS, GT3. What else do we got down here? I haven't even been here yet. Oh wow. Targa 992. Another 992. Rolls-Royce Cullinan 911 Dakar. McLaren GT. Oh, look at that Maxima. Looks like an S3, another S3 or A3. So it looks like it's the Audi A3 Special Meetup. What else do we got over here? We have got an F8 Spider, another 992 GT3 RS, another GT Black Series, but this time in a beautiful white. Diablo. This looks like it's an SF90, but this one has the carbon fiber wheel option, which is not very common, and these are gorgeous. And they actually do make a big difference, I heard, when it's driving, because the wheel really increases weight when it's spinning, and so that helps with the steering and the handling. And then down here we have a 765 LT, another STO, another 911. This is a GTS, and a Lamborghini Urus. They were saying that actually I think this is just an AMG GT with a kit. You can kind of see the sealant of the carbon fiber wing there, and the things peeling off. And this is definitely a wrap. But even a regular AMG GT is a beautiful car. But I feel like if you have even if you have an AMG GT, I feel like that people putting the tint on could probably do a better job. So a lot of the cars are leaving, which means that you might hear some revs. Okay, so this 812 just started up, and it's insanely loud. Sounds like a cold start. Okay, so the Carrera GT just started up, and you already know a lot of people are going to film this thing revving, if it revs. Whew, that sounds good. Okay, wow, it's nice to be in the AC again. It is very humid out there, and it's November. It's crazy. I hope it gets cooled down in Florida soon. But this is the outro to the video, and I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.